if they wrote down the correct formula, but you have the wrong order pairs. If you got down to just 40, not square root of 40, I gave you 2 points. If you had the correct order pairs and everything else was wrong, I gave you 2 out of 4 points. Question 1b. Using the graph above, translate the line segment AD. Left 4 units. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Afterwards, it tells us to label the image A prime, D prime. So I'm going to go up there, find A and D. So here's A, and I need to go left 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. That's the coordinates 1, 3. So I wrote that here. D, I'm going to move that 4 units. Just count to the left 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the order pair -1, -2. It tells me to label those. So there I have A prime and D prime. It tells me to write down the new coordinates, which I have here. And now I need to do the last part, which tells me to describe how the translation changes the coordinates of the endpoints. We talked in class how the word how it changes is just looking at your x and y coordinates. So notice here I have my coordinates right above. And I notice when I'm going in a horizontal translation, so horizontal translation means just going left 4 units. I notice that my y coordinates are staying the same there. It's the only thing that's changing is my x coordinates. Okay. I awarded points out of 4 points. I gave you 2 points for the correct graph. The reason why a correct graph is important is because it gives you a strong visual of what's happening, right? So if you just moved them over there and you have some points there, I gave you 2 points. If you wrote down the new coordinates correctly, that was 1 point, and if you can describe it, that was another point. Probably the most missed part was describe. Question number 1c. Using the graph above, find the midpoint of segment CD. So I'm going to locate CD here. So let's go back up to our graph. Here is C. And D I'm just going to kind of circle because they're already in blue. So those coordinates would be -3, -4. And D would be going right, so that's +3, -2. The midpoint formula is M, standing for midpoint, equals x1 plus x2 over 2, and y1 plus y2 over 2. A common mistake is to think this is like the distance formula, and a lot of students wrote subtraction. So always write down the formula first, and then you just do your substitutions. Your x1 value is -3. Your x2 value is +3. Notice here I'm labeling my order pairs x1, y1. That's to say that's the first order pair. And this is x2, y2, which means this is the second order pair. Your y1 value is -4. And your y2 value is -2. So here I don't have my plus sign. It's really -4 plus -2, or -4 minus 2, which gives you -6. -3 plus 3 gives us 0. 0 divided by 2 gives you 0, and -6 divided by 2 gives you -3. The midpoint is 0, -3. Now some students, I try not to give you points. Some students just like to count, they went up 1, right 3, and that will give you that orange mark, and then up 1, right 3. So that would be the middle. I awarded points based off this. I gave you 3 points if you had one of those coordinates correct, or you made a simplifying error, and you got 2 points correct if you just wrote down the formula. Alright, so this is the back side. Collinear points A and B, which means they're on the same line, but non-collinear off the line is C. Question number 3 tells you for a line segment. Line segment is between 2 points. And don't make the mistake when you're labeling it, there should not be any points or dots right there. A lot of you guys did not learn that from your last video. Plane, if you look at this picture here, I took a couple of things. You could say plane P, that's italicized P. Plane ABC. Some students wrote coplanar points, which I would have taken for that one. Question number 5, you have 2 arrows there. That means you put your 2 points there with arrows. This is called line AB. Remember, if you're missing the letters there and you're just saying it's a line, that was incorrect because they actually give you some letters there. Question number 6, that's just called point B. Question number 7, remember the most important letter of an angle is the middle one. So B, A, C. You have to go in order. A is your vertex. And notice how over here you're just using the symbol angle BAC. Here you could have also wrote C at top. CAB would have been correct. Question number 8, write XY. Notice how it's directional. You're starting at X and you're going towards Y. Here, when you're writing it with the symbols, you have no dots or points. Question number 9, true or false, plane Y, so that's this plane right here, and plane Z intersect at line AB. That's true. Okay, think of 2 pieces of paper intersecting. Let's see this. This is just a card there, right? And you're intersecting at that line. Question number 10, E. If you want to, you can circle those. That might help you see them. G and D are coplanar. The answer is true. They're on plane Y. So E is exclusively or only on Y. G is only on plane Y. D is on both Y and Z. Remember, although it doesn't have, might be difficult to see, it doesn't have a point there, that's what D is referring to. 11, plane Z intersects line AB at G. Well, notice that line is on that plane, so it's intersecting at all of those points, and G is way down here, so it's not even on plane Z, so the answer is false. 12, fill in the blank. What is the intersection of a plane Y and line F? So here's F, and it's going through G, point G, or if you just wrote the letter G. That side was out of 30 points. Backside, you have some constructions here. Let me grab my compass really quick. So this one's called copying an angle. Remember, it says name the figure that's being constructed. If you said duplicate, I took that as well. Use a compass and straight edge to finish the construction. So here, I already started the construction for you, right? So all you have to do is just kind of match it. So move your compass there. Go through. Okay. And I already have that arc there for you, so that was the first step. The second step is to actually go right here at this intersection and measure the width of the angle. Go ahead and draw that line right there. And we learned in class that X marks a spot, so you just go through here now. So 2 points for that one and 4 points to be able to copy it. Question number 14. This one says copy angle ABC. So the first thing you would have to do is just draw a line. So this is what they've given me, so this is the original. Just take this angle, go ahead and draw one there. The next thing you're going to do is the same things we did above, just go ahead and copy that arc. And then now I'm just going to measure the width of that angle. And now I'm just going to go through that point of intersection. And the great thing, the reason why we call it copying angle with construction, you'll actually notice that if you actually measure this angle, something like 60 degrees, it's exactly the same. Okay. Question number 15, multiple choice. Which construction is represented by the diagram below? Notice how you have an arc there. So again, if you find this difficult to find which one of these, just go ahead and go through the construction they gave you. Here, move up the sharp end to up here, and draw an arc, draw an arc. X marks the spot, and you're going through there. And you'll notice that you're cutting this angle in half, or you are bisecting the angle, so that would be D. 12 points for that side. Question number 16. This one says to simplify. So square root of 56. I wrote down all the factors, numbers that multiply to be 56. Here you can start at any of these, but 4 and 14 is the best one because 4 is a perfect square. These two numbers will be the same. Do you see it? 2 boxes this way, 2 boxes this way. So the square root of 4 is 2 times 2. You're looking for any pairs. Once you see a pair, they come out. Remember, when they come outside the house, they are together. You only see one of them. The answer is 2 radical 14. A lot of you guys answered the extra credit question by guess and check. The correct answer is positive 5, negative 5. When you put in those values, D is the square root of 34. If you, to get rid of this radical, you would have to square it on both sides. So you'll notice that here and here, they will disappear in the next step. And if you just subtract by 9 here, you have 25 equals x squared. Take the square root of both sides. X equals positive negative 5. So if you just got a positive 5, then I just gave you a 1 point, and 2 points if you got both of them. And the extra credit question was Savannah High School-wide behavior expectation has an acronym. That's PRIDE, but I was looking specifically for the letter E, which means engaged.